Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Friday safety meeting that's actually taking place on a Friday this week. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Got quite a bit of stuff to cover today. For inspections this week, we had 3 that were clean and 2 that were not. For the 3 that were clean, I would like to give a shout out to Keith Ivey, Ed Bustamante, and Jose Ortiz. Thank you very much. For the 2 that were not clean, we had one with an overweight issue and another one with a speeding violation. You all know how I feel about those speeding violations and get worked up every time we speak of them, so we're just going to leave that there. For the month of December 2020, we had a total of 17 clean inspections. That's really, really good, folks. For the amount of times that we were pulled over, especially throughout the pandemic. Obviously, in March, it was pretty much non-existent. And then as the months, progress, we've gotten pulled over a little more, and they were a little more, the inspections were a little more frequent, not just for us, but for other companies as well. And we've done really well for the most part. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, but I just wanted to kind of give a shout out and, a thank you for those 17 clean inspections. That's what's going to help us keep bringing our CSA scores down. We are trending very well with CSA right now. Once again, there's always work to be done. We can never be 100% perfect, but we want to strive to. And I feel like we are taking the appropriate steps and measures to make that happen. So to everyone out there on the road, thank you very much. 2020 for everything, and I almost feel bad saying this, for everything that's happened in 2020, we came out smelling like roses, if you will. We did all right. So that's thanks to each and every one of you. You guys have made a hard time, easier for some people. You're delivering food, you're delivering essentials. And I think a lot of people are starting to realize, that have never been around the trucking industry or just have no clue what it's about. They're really starting to get that put that into perspective and see just how essential each and every one of you are and what a dangerous job that you have. So I just want to give a small shout out. That's a small token of my great appreciation for what you all do. Now on to the safety stuff. Airline repairs. Please make sure that you're looking for those lines. Make sure they're not dragging. Make sure they're not stretched. It is a DOT violation, and it is considered a preventable incident. And of course that, heeds points here with Henderson. So that should be a part of your pre-trip, and it's something that's visible. And, you don't want to be stuck on the side of the road with the DOT officer having to explain yourself out of a situation. Hours of service proposals. So this is, everything that I cover I like to think is important, but this is the most important that we're going to be covering this week. So January 20th, they are going to have proposals for hours of service. As you know, with politics and everything, hands are changing. There's new people in. I know the individual that was running the Department of Transportation, I think her last day is Monday, and the new guy is going to come in. One of the things that they are going to talk about is hours of service regulations. Mainly the yard move. So obviously I hate talking about politics, and this really has nothing to do with politics as much as it has to do with you. So what they're talking about doing, it's a proposal, which is just that. So anything could happen, but they're wanting your input, and they're trying to make it to where the yard move doesn't count as drive time and counts as on duty time. And before you guys start saying, well, that's not drive time, what they mean by that is it'll be counted as an on-duty function, meaning if you show a yard move for 5 minutes and you're off duty for 25 minutes, that would fulfill your 30-minute break. That is what they're proposing. We're not going to be able to, turn the world around with the yard move function and the provisions they're going to be giving us, but it is something that you should know and you should be aware of. So the FMCSA is seeking your comments on the proposal guidance, specifically in determining which types of properties are and are not yards. So that being said, there is a website which I will post into the comments where you can go in, give your name, first and last, and give your opinion. I urge and encourage all of you to do this. I am going to go in there and give my opinion as well, which sometimes doesn't amount to a hill of beans, but we have the right to do that, and I think we should exercise it. So this is something that could potentially help us. Once again, we don't know exactly what they're going to do. It's a proposal, so it's just that. I was kind of surprised when I read that because I figured there would be, other things they would be talking about in the trucking industry, but this, I guess, is one of their first calls of action. So the yard move provision, is it going to count as on duty instead of drive? And what kind of properties would be deemed yards? So it's not just your customers' facilities. It's not just the Henderson facility. They're wondering if a truck stop parking lot is considered a yard or a Walmart parking lot is considered a yard. It's things like that that they're looking for. And I urge you to think about what you're going to say. Make sure that you come across clear and concise and you drive your point, because you don't want to sound skeptical and say, well, this may help. No. Clear and concise, drive your point. Make sure that you think about what you're going to say, because it's going to be read by folks that have connections to DC. And if some of your input could be used and helpful, that's awesome. So please think about what you're going to say, but I urge you to go in and make comments. Once again, I will be posting that link into the comments of this video once we're done recording and you're done looking at my ugly face. So we'll make that happen. December 2020 Drivers of the Month for the company side, Scott Brown. Scott's been here for quite a while. Probably one of the few people in the fleet that have more guitars than I do, and I'm quite jealous of his collection. But Scott, great work day in and day out. Scott does a fantastic job. Independent contractor on the van side, Obeid Janvier. Obeid has been here for almost 2 years. Obeid runs under Gale's fleet as well as Scott, and does, once again, a wonderful job. Everybody on this list is so deserving of these awards. Independent contractor on the refrigerated side, Alfred Derrick. Usually the only time I talk to Alfred is when he comes in and says what's up, and then he's back on the road. And same way with Obeid. I don't usually get to talk to them too much because they're never here. They're always out on the road, obviously kicking butt, making on-time delivery, no incidents, accidents, no cargo claims, no hours of service incidents, true professionals, all three of you. Scott, Obeid, Alfred, once again, congratulations. It's a hell of a way to end 2020. So great work, gentlemen. IFTA stickers. We have had a lot of people coming through and grabbing those IFTA stickers. Thank you. We still have some folks that don't have them. I think by now, which I didn't want to say this, but I think by now everybody knows we have a grace period until February 28th. I personally do not like waiting until the last minute. I know some of you do, and most of the time we get it done, but it makes me very nervous. So please, if you do not have an IFTA sticker, I'll be reaching out to you, and we're going to have to, come up with a plan between you and I. And if I don't hear anything, I will unfortunately have to get your fleet manager involved, which I don't want to do that. The last thing I want to do is go to Gale with a list of folks that don't have IFTA stickers and say, hey, these are the people you have to bring through the yard. He won't be happy with me. So we need to get this done, get it taken care of. If you're coming through the yard, you don't have to stop here. You don't have to, see me, see your dispatcher. Go to the shop, get a sticker, a permit, and roll out, and you'll be fine. Just because you're coming here doesn't mean you're going to be stuck here. So please, if you do not have an IFTA, come through and get one. Independent contractors. Actually, I lied. This is also very, very important. They are preparing your 1099s very, very soon. So please take a moment this week. If you're watching this, do it now. And look at your address. Look at the address that you have listed, or check with your fleet manager and make sure that the address that we have listed is correct. Because if you have moved and you didn't tell your fleet manager, or anything can happen, but make sure that you verify the address we have on file is correct, so those 1099s go to the appropriate location, because that is pretty serious. So, it's crazy to think it's already that time of year here in the next few months. We're already into 2021, and then we're getting ready for tax time. So the time is flying. So if you have any issues or have any questions, give your fleet manager a call, and they will be able to assist you. And lastly, our gift card winners for December 2020, Janae and Andy. They check in every week, not just one of them, both of them. The minimum requirement to receive this $100, actually, damn it, it's not a gift card. It's going to be loaded onto your fuel, or your pay. I'm sorry. But one of the minimum requirements is that you participate at least 3 times a month in a safety meeting. And I can sincerely say, I don't think there has been one safety meeting since we have started doing these that Janae and Andy have missed. Janae and Andy got their CDLs through Henderson, and correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say 2014, 2015, a little foggy up here. They have not missed a safety meeting. They do a great job out there. They run team, and they are an example that we would use as a Henderson driver. So fantastic work, well deserved. Everybody, I want to say thank you for everything you did for 2020. Let's make 2021 even better. Let's kick it right in the butt. Hopefully with COVID and everything, we start to see a little more normality here in the next few months, but we'll see. There's no telling. I'm not a doctor. Thankful. You should all be thankful for that you don't have to see me in a scrub. But we're going to hope to make 2021 a good year. Be ready for more inspections, though, than what we saw in 2020. DOT officers are going to be out. A lot of them are, first responders are getting vaccinated. So a lot of those folks will be out and about. So be ready for inspections. They've got a lot of ground to make up that they didn't obviously get to cover last year because of obvious reasons. So be ready, be prepared. If there's anything that we can do to help, please let me know. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for everything that you do, and I hope you guys have a safe and productive week. Thank you.